edit. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. Let's see. Open. Alright, maybe it's working now? It's saying that the bitrate is too low, so maybe it's super laggy. I tried turning it up, but I don't know if it actually worked. Video. It looks like I changed it on OBS, so I'm not sure why it says it will be buffering. I'm receiving data. Is it working? If there's any viewers, please just let me know if you can actually see me. YouTube is not currently receiving data for the stream. Well, it says it's streaming, so... I may just start this over, and we'll hope that it works better in a second. So, or should I keep going? Okay, I think it just turned green. I think it's good now. Nope, now it just turned to error. We're just gonna stick with it. I mean, this is my first try. I'm not expecting anybody to be watching anyways. It's for my own enjoyment. Alright. Like I said, I have no idea how to do any of this. It, like, smells good. Alright, so here's all the string that came with it, along with a needle. And then my handy dandy instructions. I'm kind of doubting that it'll have all the instructions that I'll need to finish it, so I may just have to like pause the mic or the video so I can watch a YouTube video trying to figure something out. So, because it's saying like right now I can see it says like French knots, satin stitch, and okay, it does kind of explain. We'll see. Alright, we'll try to lay this out for you guys. Maybe I can lift that up. Maybe that's better. Yeah. Okay. Good. Alright, so this is an embroidery hoop. I know that. Welcome to the relaxing and creative world of hand embroidery. In this kit, you'll find a hoop, both for stitching and display, fabric with the printed design, embroidery needle, floss, and these instructions. Let's get started. So, loosen the turn screw on the top of the hoop and separate the hoop pieces. Place the outer loop over the fabric. Center the printed fabric on the inner loop. That makes more sense. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's turned the right way or not. Okay. Center, place the outer loop over the fabric and the inner loop over the fabric and inner loop and tighten the turn screw. That makes sense. I guess it can go on the very top like this. Yep. And making sure it's centered. Is that centered enough? I feel like my perfectionist mind is gonna get crazy. Alright. Alright. Now tighten it up. How am I supposed to tighten it? Because it's kind of worrying me, this piece fabric right here. Okay, I'm just going to tighten it some. Oh man. Alright, I'm slowly getting tight. I feel like it's a little too low. There's too much white space up there. But I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I just don't want any of these wrinkles because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have it really tight. Okay. Looks good, right? Gently pull the fabric evenly around the edges until the fabric is tight in the loop. So just going around. See, now you can really tell that there's like no room at the bottom. It's okay. Maybe I won't even keep it in this fabric when I'm done. So, alright. Step 1 complete. To decide where you would like to begin stitching, refer to the color stitch guide on the reverse side to determine the floss color and stitch to be used. Where should we start stitching? I kind of thought it would tell us exactly like which flower to start on. Just reading through the directions. The stitches always come up at 1 and all the stitches always come up at 1 in all numbers and all odd numbers, and go down at 2 in all even numbers unless shown otherwise. So odd stitches go up, even stitches go down. So the daisy stitch. Man, this looks so complicated. The lazy daisy stitch. Oh my goodness. 2 and 3. French knot, satin stitch, stem stitch, running stitch. So I'm assuming the straight stitch is one of the simplest, and then long and short stitch. I'm trying to look at what it's supposed to be. One of the bad things with kits is it only gives you the amount of strings it takes. It never gives you anything spare. Alright. So, alright, let's say like do one color first. I'm thinking about the leaves. If we do the leaves first. So, what does it say about leaves? A satin stitch with 6 strands for each of them. So satin stitch 6 strands, a steam stitch 4 strands. I don't even know what strands a strand means. Yeah, satin stitch seems relatively easy. Now to alright. So getting my green out. Cut an 18-inch floss length. Separate the floss into 6 strands. So that means there's 6 right here? No. That's... yeah, because some of them are definitely more than this. What does this... alright, I'm going to Google right now. What does a strand mean in embroidery? Maybe I'm just dumb. Okay. I got lost. What am I doing? Alright, so I have 1 string. And it says 6 strands. Okay, let's Google. Does strands mean embroidery? Alright, just Googling right now. Oh, maybe each little piece is 6 strands. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, it says separate 6 strands, right? Or for the satin stitch, it says 6 strands. So does that mean you don't separate them at all? Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Align the ends of the required number of strands and thread the needle. Tie a knot close to the long end of the floss. Okay. So now I know what a strand is, so I'm getting there. Alrighty, there we go. I've got my needle. Have no idea how I'm going to get all 6 strands through the hole. Is this how I'm supposed to do it? Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll have to put in each strand at a time. Do you see what I'm working on? Maybe if I have it up here, because there's a lot better lighting, it actually helps. I think I'm just dumb. I need to put in each one at a time. So doing it that original way, I got 2. Now do you guys see this? Oh my goodness. Alright. If anything, this is teaching me my whole art experience throughout the years has taught me, I think, every single craft tests my patience. Alright, and 2 more to go. Watch me drop the needle and lose all my progress. It'll be interesting to see how long this first project takes me, because if this is potentially for what, 1 leaf? Oh my goodness. It's so close. Alright, got it. All the suspense, I know. And I have 1 more left. Driving me crazy. I got it. I got all 6 in the needle. That's cool. That's good. That's good. And tie a knot close to the long end of the floss. So like I'm still tying a knot right here, correct? Whenever I double it. Pretty sure. This was a good idea to start with the leaf though, because it's one of the thickest strands to stitches. Okay. Wonderful. Is this light going out? I'm gonna turn on a different light source. That helps some. So right now I'm just trying to bring this needle down to the middle. Like this. Maybe. Still not totally even. Now, step 4. You will begin with an away waist knot. From the front, take the threaded needle down into the fabric from where you will be stitching. The knot will be trimmed off later and the floss ends woven under the stitches. Referring to the stitches, stitch the chosen area. When you finish stitching that area or run out of floss, run the needle under some nearby stitches to anchor the thread. Trim the thread close to the stitched piece. Alright. The thing is, I got a warning on the stream. It says the stream's bit rate is 4600 kbps. It's lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend you use a bit rate of 4500, which is less than it's working right now, which is crazy to me. I'm just going to go to settings and pump it up to like high as it'll go. Output. Why not put it at 55? That's what it says right now. We'll see if anything changes. They'll say like 1 minute that the stream is healthy and then the next set's not working at all, so I do not know. Alright, so we're going to try with a waist away knot. So I'm going to start, it doesn't say exactly if I start on the inner or outside of the leaf. Alright, I guess we're gonna go start from this very tip the first leaf would be this one here. I have a fear that I'm gonna just go like too inside the lines that you'll see it afterwards, and I don't want that. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I think I'm doing it wrong because technically it's not 6, now it's 12. And I'm wondering if I should have just done 3, and then when it's doubled it becomes 6. So we're gonna start over again. We're gonna take this apart. Don't you love learning new things? Okay. Don't I love talking to myself? Great. So I'm going to separate each of these strands. And try not to make a huge mess. I feel like there's a more efficient way, but amateurs aren't efficient, so it's okay. It's a learning process. Like, I have this huge knot right here. And I don't know how to separate the strands. Oh my goodness. I'm going to cry. Yeah, there's like a full-on knot right here. I was just trying to separate some strands. This is like before you even stitch. What did I do? Okay, so I have this much. And then this much. You know, I'm afraid if I pull too hard, it's going to totally break the string. Oh, look. I see the end. Do you see that? Do you see that? There's hope. There's some hope, right? If each strand causes me this much trouble, I don't know if I can go through with it. Okay, so this is very much stressing me out, so we're going to lay this whole string to the side, toss it out of the way, and we're going to pick another one of these green strings up. And try to separate it. Does it say a certain way how you're supposed to separate it? It says separate the floss into 6 strands. That's all it says. I like the idea of embroidery because it's a pretty cheap cheap craft to go through. You can go to a craft store and get how much floss? I don't know. It's cheaper than paints, I know that. Alright. So I've got it like separated halfway. And there's gotta be an easier way. There has to be. You see now I'm just like I'm trying to twist it the opposite way. It's sort of working. I can't really tell. I understand why viewers, the audience, would rather watch a master than an amateur, because I'm sure this would be super boring to watch. I'm almost got it. I think untwisting it like this, I don't think is the best way, but all the other strands, the other strands, come on, focus, should come apart way easier. I've been streaming on Twitch for like 50 hours. I thought I figured out streaming and video settings, but I don't know why it's having so much trouble. I'm afraid whenever this stream ends that you won't be able to hear me say a full sentence. Oh man. I'm so dumb. I just put that string away and I still have to get 2 more out. Look at this. Maybe simple. Maybe simpler than I thought. Come on. I think one motivation that helps me keep going is thinking about how everybody else that's learned to paint or embroider or sew or any craft really, if they're able to do it, why can't I? Alright, back to the needle. One out of 3. 2. What did I do wrong? Yep, definitely put it in the wrong way. Oh my goodness. You see, if I wasn't streaming, even though no one's watching right now, it gives me that extra incentive to keep going, just because, like, I guess it's on the clock in a way. This got twisted. Wonderful. Look at this. Look at this. Alright, it's 3 strands, and I don't know if this is right, but whenever I tie it, it's going to be 6 strands. Alright. And of course it's twisted. Are we surprised? Alright. Good to go. Now back to doing this first stitch called a away waist knot. I need some water. This is stressing me out. Oh boy. I'm gonna go like another hour max at this, like 9:30. I have to stop and like go to bed. Oh, I did it wrong. From the front, take the thread and needle down into your fabric. The knot will be trimmed off later and the floss ends woven under stitches. Stitch over the chosen area. It says through the front, but I don't know if I need to trim this piece off or not. I don't want to do something dumb where it comes undone. But I'm just gonna like right here maybe. We'll see. So as you're looking at the reference, it's a satin stitch. So it's this one right here, and trying to think, one comes up, odd numbers go down. So this is what I'm gonna try to start doing.